All right, Diego, what I want to do today is kind of help you and Miss Living Good kind of problem solve about some stuff going on in class. And because this is a real important conversation to me, I'm going to go through these questions, and I'll even kind of let you look, because this is a really important conversation. I want to make sure I get it right. It's important that when we're kind of problem solving that you're honest.
Right.
What does it mean to be honest?
Tell the truth.
All right, and that all the questions I'm going to ask you, you'll know the answer to. It's not like a quiz or anything. So try to avoid saying I don't know.
Okay.
Sounds good? Okay. What's the first elementary teacher you remember?
Miss
And what school was that at?
East Daniel.
Okay. And what do you remember about her?
That she was nice.
She was nice. Okay. And what grade was that?
6th.
6th grade. Okay. And when you say that she was nice, tell me a little bit more about that. What did it mean for her to be nice? Is that how she sounded or what she did?
What she did.
Yeah. What did she do to let you know that?
I didn't get in that much trouble in her class.
Okay. And did you not get in a lot of trouble in her class because you knew what to do? Smaller class. What's your sense about, why you got in less trouble?
Because she told me what to do, and
Okay.
I did it.
Okay. And so, do you think that the teachers here worry about stuff you do in class? Okay. And so, what's something that in class that gets you in trouble? Is it something that you say or something that you do?
Both of them.
Both. And is it more about what you say and do to other kids or what you say and do to the teacher?
Both.
Both. All right. Okay. You know what? I appreciate that. Where do you think you have more trouble with? Getting up out of your seat when you're not supposed to, or talking when you're not supposed to?
Talking when I'm not supposed to.
Miss Living Good, is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when Miss Living Good asks you to stop talking, you have 3 choices. Do you stop and stay stopped? Do you stop for a little bit but then start talking again? Or do you talk back like, but I was just?
What I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
Talk back.
Okay. And how does he talk back, Miss Living Good? Is it just, but I was just?
Yeah, it's usually, I was just asking for a pencil, or I was just.
Giving a reason.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you, when you do that, are you mad at Miss Living Good or just trying to get her to go away?
Just trying her to go away.
All right. Okay. Thanks for being honest. That's hard. It is kind of hard to always kind of do what the adults say when you think we're being unfair, right? So here's the thing that I would like you to be able to, when you don't like what the adult asks you to do, that you're able to do it. Okay? So what we want is when you didn't like what the teacher said, what do you do? Talk back or not talk back?
What do I do right now?
Yeah.
Talk back.
Talk back. And so when you talk back, do you make it better or worse?
Worst.
Worse. And you get in trouble then when you talk back?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Okay, so we don't want you to be in trouble all the time when you don't like what we say. Can you let us help you?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you think that we probably worry about? That you're talking when you're around your friends or not around your friends?
Around my friends.
Okay, so do you do better work around your friends or not around your friends?
Around my friends.
You do better work?
Yeah.
What do you think Miss Living Good's gonna say?
No.
Oh no! What do you think she's gonna say?
By myself.
By yourself? Miss Living Good? Is that, yeah?
Most of the time.
Most of the time?
Yes.
Okay. Are your friends, most of the time, are your friends important to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Miss Living Good, how does he start class? Is he chaotic at the beginning of class, or does he?
It's pretty talkative.
At the beginning of class?
I work my way up.
I would agree with that.
Okay, so he
Somewhat
works.
talkative, and then we talk more and more through the class. Is that what you mean by work your way up? Yeah.
Okay. Does he talk during your instruction? Okay, how about when he's working? Is he able to get his work done?
He's able to usually get his work done while talking, but not always at the best of his ability.
Okay, so, and you're not probably gonna like this, but this is what I'm gonna suggest, is that during instruction, that he goes somewhere where he's away from his friends, because you need to be able to listen to the teacher. But then when it's ready to work, she might move you back to a group. Do you like that or not like that? You can be honest.
I don't really care.
You don't really care. But you know what? Are we trying to do this because we are helping you or because we want to punish you?
You guys want to help me?
Yeah. And I bet right now you don't trust the fact that we're doing this to help you. And I think that through other conversations with Ms. Lindengood as we go through this, you'll see that this is actually helping you. Okay? So I would also recommend that you start there, because you generally always do your instruction at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so start in either a safe seat or somewhere away from his friends, do the lesson, and then move him to where he needs to be. Okay?
Okay.
So if you are not able to, if you're not able to stay quiet and focus on your work, what's Miss Lindengood going to have to do?
Step to another room.
Okay. What if you're in your group? She's going to send you to another room or ask you to go back to the safe seat.
Safe seat.
Safe seat. And are you going to go straight there or wander around? What are you going to do?
I'll make sure of both of them.
Let me ask the question again. So when she asks you to go to the safe seat, are you going to go straight there or are you going to take the long way around to visit all your friends?
Straight there.
Straight there. And if you're not able to go straight there, what is she going to ask you to do?
Go to another room.
I think that's probably what she's going to do. All right? And we can start this today. Okay? Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. And we'll see if that works. Thanks, Diego.
Thank you, Diego.
Yeah.
Okay. And so actually, and I yeah, thank you. And Ms. Suckup showed me your list of like what you can do.
Oh,
I found it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah, and I appreciate, because these are really good stuff, and I appreciate that you apologize. And this is kind of the form that I use, so, part of this is it's just an important conversation, and I just sometimes will go just through this, and more for the adults too, so they know, okay? And it's important that in a conversation like this that you're honest, and you won't be in trouble, so what does that mean to be honest?
To like, I don't know.
Tell the truth and not tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I know what it is, I just don't know. And then all the questions that I ask you, you're probably gonna know the answer to, so try to avoid saying, I don't know,
Okay.
okay? So the first thing, just to kind of get to know you a little bit, what was the best year in elementary school?
Well, fourth grade.
Fourth grade, and you
Yeah.
remember that teacher?
Miss Rosen.
Okay, and where was that?
Rosen.
Okay, and what made it really good?
It was like, the class was interesting. There was good kids in there, and they really helped me a lot that year.
Yeah, do you make better choices when other people are making good choices?
It depends, on the situation.
Okay. And what was the worst year in elementary school?
Sixth grade.
You were right away, sixth
Yeah.
grade. What made it hard?
There was a lot of people that were depressed. I don't know why. And sixth grade year was a weird year. I never liked it.
All right, and you don't seem like a depressed kind of guy.
Nah.
right? Yeah.
It was it was weird just because everyone around me, I don't know why, was just depressed.
Okay, so was it hard to make friends that year, or?
No, I was friends with them, but the first quarter it was alright, but then everything changed. I don't know why.
Okay, stuff happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So because I've never been in your class, I've never watched you in class. What's probably Miss Suckup's biggest worry about you in class?
Not doing my work, not paying attention.
Okay, not paying attention. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Just being off task or like disengaged, I guess.
Okay? And when she asks you to get back engaged, three choices. Do you stay focused? You stop and stay focused? Or do you focus for a little bit but then kind of start talking again? Or do you talk back? Like, but I was just
3 and 2.
3 and 2? Okay, is that fair? Does he talk back a little bit, try to explain what he's doing?
Yeah, so it depends on the type of disengagement. Either there's the engagement with his friend, and then that's sometimes where the number 3, the talking back happens, and or there's his head is down. And so there's like 2 types of when we're off task.
And thank you
It's
for
either
noticing that there's 2
because
differences.
he's
Yeah.
talking to Ricardo a lot, or it's because he doesn't want to participate because of some reason.
Okay, and are you not participating, is that fair, was she fair with that? Do you put your head down because the work is too hard, the work is too easy, or I'm tired of adults telling me what to do?
It's just like when I'm tired or when I'm like bored, I just put my head down.
Okay,
So like when like well, like, it's not it's not easy, but it's not hard either. But I just like get tired, so I just put my head down.
okay, and when she asks you to put your head up, how do you respond?
I guess I could I put it up for a while, but then I put it back down. But sometimes I just stay with my head down
Okay,
most of the time.
does he do that, does he keep it down?
So he'll put it up and then he'll put it back down, just like you said. You said before that you're bored. Are you bored because you don't know because it's too easy, or because you don't understand what we're doing?
I don't know, like throughout the day, like since what is it, 6th hour,
Fifth
5th hour?
hour, yeah.
Yeah, I'm already bored by then. Like I'm tired, and like every class is just like boring after like 3rd hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, that's good to know. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's worth kind of maybe investigating, kind of paying attention to that a little more, because we need to raise his awareness so that
Yes.
he can kind of articulate a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay, so your friends, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so so when he talks to you, and you know what, it's hard when your friend talks. It's hard not to talk back, right?
Yeah.
Right? That is. That's just the way it is. Or when you talk to him, right? What's he gonna do?
Talk back.
Talk back. Okay. And does that make Miss Suckup's job easier or harder?
Harder.
Harder.
Yeah.
Do you want her job to be harder?
No.
You don't.
No.
Okay. So, but what you're doing is making her job harder.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we want you to do is that so when you're wanting to talk, that you don't get in trouble, right? How often? What happens when you talk and you're asked to stop to talk, and you talk back? What happens?
I either go to like Miss Rain's classroom.
Yeah.
That's like most of the time. If not to like the office when I went once, or the recovery.
Yeah. When she asks you to stop talking in this situation, do you talk back in a loud way or a quiet way?
A loud way.
A loud way. Do you ever say inappropriate things?
I did.
You
once.
do. Is that
Once?
Well, more than once.
okay? More than once.
Yeah.
And you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. So when adults ask you to do something here or at school, and you talk back, do you get in trouble?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where do you get in trouble more? At home or at school?
School.
School. All right. And when you're in trouble, are you mad?
Mm-mm.
You're not mad. So when you're talking back, you just kind of are wanting. Well, are you wanting the adult to get mad, or do you want the adult to go away?
Those are to go away.
You want the adult to go away.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And our goal is that when we ask you to do something that you don't want to do, all right, that you respond to us in the right way.
Yeah.
Can you let us help you?
Sure.
Well, is that a sure, like, I don't know
Yeah.
if you can help me, or I don't want your help?
I don't know.
You don't
If you
know?
can help me. I don't know.
Okay, are you not sure that we can help you because this is just the way I am and I can't change, or that we don't know what to do?
I don't know what to do.
Okay, and you know what, our goal is that we're gonna help you with that, right?
Yeah.
Because you haven't learned how to do this, and what's our job here?
To teach us.
To teach us, yeah, so our job is to teach you how to do this. Okay, so when Ms. Suckup asks you to stop talking, okay, what is a word or phrase that you can use to let her know that you're ready to follow her directions?
Okay, I'll do my work.
Okay, do you want it in Spanish?
Okay, it's fine.
Okay, it's
Okay,
fine.
works in
I
both
didn't
languages.
know if in class it had to be a certain way. Okay, so when you say okay, is it gonna be just like you said it, or are you gonna say okay and then say other words?
It just like depends on the situation.
No, what do we want?
I don't know the.
Okay, this is what you're gonna do. When an adult asks you to do anything, you're gonna look at them and go, okay.
Okay.
Is it gonna sound like my okay, or is it gonna be loud and angry okay?
Like you're okay.
Is it gonna be okay, like my okay, or okay, but I was just? Oh, it's so hard.
Yeah, it is.
What do we want? What do we want?
The okay like yours.
Like the okay, like ours,
Yeah.
all right? And this is so hard, okay? And this is where we're gonna help you.
Okay.
And if you can't follow directions, where do you go?
To the safety.
To,
Most of the time you go.
to the safe seat?
Yeah.
Is he able to go to the safe seat without talking?
No.
Okay,
Well, often it's like when he's asked to do something, it's not just stop talking, it's to return to his seat so that he's not by the person that he got up. Cause
thank
like
you.
we're very separated from the people that we wanna talk to. And
Okay.
so often it's either that person comes to him or he goes to that person. So then we have to move back to our seat and then often move to the safe seat, which
Thank you.
can be indifferent. We have two
Okay.
safe seats.
Okay, and here in this situation, this is what I'm gonna recommend, is that since I'm struggling with another kid in the room that I wanna get their attention, sometimes moving to the safe seat doesn't solve the problem.
Right.
Right? So I'm gonna ask Ms. Suckup that she's probably gonna, in this situation, or use her best judgment, but sometimes she's probably gonna have to skip the safe seat, okay? And ask you to go to the buddy room, okay? Because moving within the class, always movement on the continuum is where does the acting out stop?
Mhm.
And if within a class, if I move to the safe seat, the acting out doesn't stop, I can go ahead and
Yeah.
skip that, okay? But you're making that choice,
Mhm.
okay? But you eventually need to be able to go to the safe seat.
Yeah.
Safe seat's over there. Show me how you would walk to a safe seat. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, come on back. So we need him to be able to do that without talking. So
It's the hard part.
that is the hard part,
And a lot of people are vocal in our class,
okay?
so that's also difficult.
Okay. Does he need to move every day?
No.
No? Okay, so here's I think the practice part, okay? Every day, have him move to the safe seat. Practice.
Okay, does he have to stay
Yeah.
there?
No,
Okay.
no, it's just practice. You're not in trouble. Ms. Suckup she's gonna ask you this. When I ask you to do something, what are you gonna say to me,
Okay.
okay? And if you can't follow my directions, where do you go?
To the buddy room.
Safe
Safe
seat,
seat, then
safe
safe
seat. She's the one who's gonna decide if you have to go to the buddy room.
Yeah.
But your response is I go to the safe seat,
Okay.
okay? And then she's gonna go practice,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
I know it's weird. Do you play a sport?
Yeah.
What sport do you play?
Soccer.
Soccer. And I know very little. You have to practice in soccer. Why?
To get better at it.
To get better. You've got to get better at going to the safe seat. So what do?
Practice it.
Practice it, okay? And so just having practice, having go over, sit for a little bit of time, thumbs up, just give her a thumbs up, she'll give you another thumbs up, and you go back to your seat.
So let's practice like today we can go to the safe seat that's on the wall by the window. So you don't have to walk in front of everyone.
I like where you succeed.
Cause it like moved to the side. Because then you don't have to walk in front of everyone. You can just go to the one at the back.
Yeah, and she'll be quiet about it, right? And so, I mean, some people may be like, what in the world are you doing? Just ignore them, okay? Because we're practicing that,
Okay.
okay? And then practice that the okay, if you say okay, when she asks you to do something, and it's okay, but I was just, you have to go to the safe seat,
Okay.
okay? So what you're practicing is also okay, okay?
Mhm.
Right?
Yep.
All right,
Alrighty.
is that painless?
No.
No, it wasn't. It's not. Accountability is hard.
Well,
It's
and
hard.
we have to make sure that like when his friends talk to him while he's trying to say okay and just move, that he can just stay in the zone of not talking back. It's very hard.
That is hard. That is hard. And you know, it may be worth a conversation with your friend about, that you can have, about, you know what, I am really trying, I need to be better, and it's really hard for me, because I don't want you to think I'm blowing you off.
Alright.
So there's gonna be some times in class that where you might have to tell your friend that you're ignoring him on purpose.
Well, and we can talk to Ricardo about that too, because I know that he knows that you wrote this. And does Ricardo know about this?
Yeah, I told him about it. I
So
told him to help
he
me out.
knows that it, like, most of it involves him and being away from him.
Yeah.
So he can work on helping and support you by not doing the things that you need him to do.
Okay.
And I think just asking, you know, say, hey, I need your help, okay? And are we doing this because we're punishing you, or we're trying to help you?
Both.
Both,
Yeah.
okay? You know what? Our goal is that by the time we're done, you realize that we're really doing this just to help you,
Alright.
okay? All right? Right now it's hard, and right now you probably don't like it, and that's okay. Our job is to make sure it's okay.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Jorge.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Gracias, señor.